make sure I'm secure. How do I look?
Previously on Living Off-Grid.
Jake out there in the snow.
Jake and I started the day with some morning qigong, the yoga of China, to get the juices flowing for our next project.
Good morning, guys. Ooh, I kind of had the urge to say good morning, y'all. Like I'm some country folk or something. I don't even know. Anyway, got my gloves on, got my hat on, ready to work. Had a delicious breakfast of avocado toast, avocado from Miami Fruit. So thank you, Miami Fruit. Behind here we have our first big project, I guess, going on. We're putting up a carport to protect us from the rain. We have like a window of like a whole week of no rain, so we're like really trying to utilize this beautiful blue sky. It's beautiful out today. Still a little chilly, but yeah, we're trying to put up a carport to help us protect us from the rain. So that's what we're doing right now. What you doing there, Jake?
I mean, our whole life here getting set up is about timing and stages. So stage one was like cutting a path into the forest. We did that. Basically everything behind me is the driveway, and it's an old logging road because this whole area was cleared like 40 years ago, and all these trees have grown up in the last half century. So everything's overgrown. The road is still there. There's like a creek that runs next to the public road, two roads, the old logging road and the public road. See, I'm standing on the public road that nobody comes down. The logging road, we got to clear so we can put our covered carport in there. You did the first one. You're so cute.
One down, a lot more to go.
Yeah.
I took a little journey to the unknown. Well, I came back changed, I can feel it in my bones. I fucked with forces that our eyes can't see. Now the darkness got a hold on me. Holy darkness got a hold on me.
Oh, we crushed it! Check, check.
Well, stage one was getting the stuff here. We got that and waterproofed it. Stage two is getting a place cut in. But I mean, it's going to rain here, and we are so lucky to only have one night of snow. The rest has been sunny. We've got to have rain protection. And we got an easy build structure from a company called Easy Build Structures in Vancouver. And it's basically a carport, a covered sheet metal garage. We're gonna build this thing. It's 30 feet long. It's 12 feet wide. It's gonna go right on the old road. And we're gonna pull the car into it, and we're gonna have all of our pallets out with our yurt and other items we wanna keep dry. We're still gonna tarp stuff, but it'll be tarped under the carport. And then once the yurt's built, the carport will be for drawing logs or just other projects we wanna have that will need rain protection.
So we measured out the frame with these logs. It's not exact, but it's kind of marking kind of how we want it to look. So it's just gonna fit right in here. It's gonna be a tight fit, but I think it'll look really awesome. And then we're leaving this section open for the kitchen and all that.
Once we were done with the frame, it was time to take a break and have some dinner. So Jake made a fire pit.
All right. It's a finished product for the time being. What do you guys think? Kind of camouflages into the natural terrain there. Let me put the camera up, take you guys for a closer look and show you how and why I built it the way I did. So Nicole's back there getting ready. We got the grill and Spirit Bear van all tucked on our driveway here. And the rocks are everywhere, but particularly they make up the driveway. That's like 50-year-old logging road from back in the day, and just use those rocks. So it's kind of like a pond with no liner. And they fit together all nice, and there's a good view for you guys. So this part out here is going to be the main fire, where we can stay warm and grill some stuff on skewers and tell ghost stories and whatever we're going to do. But then I built this little like keyhole strip here, and we got some really nice feature rocks here, some flat rocks that we can set our pots, tea, and cooking items down on these flat rocks, and we can kind of rake the coals from the main part over here, kind of scoot the coals into this keyhole part, this little strip, this little lagoon. We can have our cast iron grill across these rocks. We can have our cast iron skillets and our teapot all over the coals so that the open flame won't burn them, but we'll still have a stove and an oven. We got so much wood to burn. This way we can save propane and not have to use any money. So the cast iron skillet can now go right on the coals that we're gonna have here on the ground. Then when I'm ready for it just to warm, I can sit on that rock. I can sit on that rock. I can sit on that rock. And this one's cool because I can actually like scoot it into the fire and have this half of the cast iron skillet warming and cooking, and this half just kind of hanging out, and I can, nice slow heat going on. When Nicole and I were woofing in Portugal, Spain, and France, the common theme we heard from all the different farmers we talked to and lived with was everybody had a story about a forest fire at some point in their life. So we want to be conscious of that, and we want to build our yurt, our garden, and we want to build our outdoor cooking areas with safe fire practices in mind. So as the summer hits and it gets a little drier out here, we may have to move this, we may have to clear a bunch of this area to make sure that we don't have all this kindling all around. But for now, it's going to be perfect. And let's go get some firewood. We've got a neighbor locally that came over and said, hey, I got some extra firewood. If you guys are just starting out and you're freezing, I got so much I don't know what to do with it. So we're gonna go get some dry wood from this neighbor and come over here and start the first fire. We did it. First fire started. I think it's a pretty cool fire pit, and I've been spending a little time here, a little time there, just clearing all the brush away, even though everything is soaking wet. And let's cook something up here in the fire pit. All right, I'm doing a stew today. First time in the Dutch oven. We're gonna try this thing out in the coals, in the fire pit. All right, cast iron Dutch oven from Lodge. Not sponsored by them, just found these guys on Amazon, and great deal, good products. Looked up a lot of their how I make it videos on YouTube, and it looks pretty good. It's the size 12. It's really cool. It's got like little feet down below, so we can put it down in the fire pit and it can stand up off the ground, kind of anchor itself in. It's got a little bit of a handle there. And I'm gonna do a little bit of a soup stew base today, starting with the rest of those lion's mane mushrooms from my friends in Phoenix, Sun Valley Harvest. This is the last of it though. It's gonna add that meatiness and that taste to this stew. So I'm gonna get dicing and cooking, and I'll show you guys the finished product at the end. I'm gonna put all the spices in, but just I wanna show you guys the first Dutch oven experience here. This stew's gonna have red lentils, bok choy, onions, potatoes, carrots, like diced tomatoes, tomato paste, some garlic, and all that lion's mane mushroom is all down below. Putting in some water in there and all my spices, and let's go on the fire. this all falls off, I'll cry. Ooh. Smells amazing. All right, my first ever meal, Dutch oven style, cast iron with real fire. Even the tea.
It looks good and warm.
Good. Because the camera can't pick up that it's cold out here.
Yeah, but it's steaming like crazy. I could smell it. It smells good.
Got the fire going strong. We got some vegan marshmallows.
And some Oreo cookies because we don't have graham crackers, so that looks pretty bomb.
Nice. I do like that. Wow, and you got some dark chocolate in there.
No, it's just the Oreos, a half peanut butter and a half chocolate, so.
Oh my god. Okay, give us some
God,
feedback.
this might be messy.
That was graceful.
But so good. Really good.
The vegan marshmallow. And Oreos are technically vegan. They're not really good for you, but
They're like our bad cheat food.
yeah, for sure. We're making like Oreo s'mores.
What a crunch. How is it?
Amazing. Like emotional uplift.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh no, you're definitely not eating that marshmallow. No,
I am.
No, you're not.
Yeah. It's still fine.
After we finished our delicious homemade soup and had one too many s'mores, it was time to do the dishes for the day. When you're living off-grid, there is no sink or, unfortunately, no dishwasher. How I've been doing the dishes is with water that we get from the stream right next to our property and pour it into 2 bins. Since the water is ice cold, I'll heat up about half the soapy water so my fingers don't fall off. Then I wash away and dry them on a piece of wood. For the cast iron, you can't leave water on it or it'll rust. So right after I wash it, I immediately dry it off, then add some coconut oil to keep it seasoned. Then I hold it over the fire for a sec, just to let it melt, and then I'll rub it in. I love cooking with cast iron, but they are definitely hard to keep clean. Up next on Living Off-Grid, Jake and I go through bear territory for water.
And this is also the path that apparently all the wolves, cougar, and bears use to go in and out of the forest.
Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.